Welcome again, hooligans, to another installment of EPL Hooligans. One of the shows that I am eager to get into because it has been a wonderful last few days of football. For the first, we have had midweek games, and it has just been awesome to see. There are some notable things that has happened over the EPL in the last week that must be made mention of. So, yeah man, welcome. And again, this is a place where you can be as opinionated as you want to be. This is a place where you can come and boldly with chest say that you believe Manchester United is on the rise and they are going to win the EPL because they have won their last 3 games, beating the second place team from last year, Liverpool, convincingly. This is the place where you can come and say Arsenal will make UCL next year. Having won the EPL this year, they will go on to win the UCL next season around, or next time it comes around. You can be that biased. You can be that fanatical. You can be that opinionated. There are a few things that we want to make note of. It's amazing. Football is a glorious sport. It is a glorious sport and something that just, it is wonderful to watch. So we're going to jump right into it. Jumping right into it, again, just looking at Manchester United's second win for the season, beating Southampton. 1-0 wasn't very convincing. Raz coming through in that Leicester City game to beat Leicester City by 2 goals, scoring 2 goals. Go there, Raheem. And of course, we want to jump on the Liverpool game. Liverpool kept going at Bournemouth, having been beaten by United the week before. Liverpool came out and show why they must be considered as one of the top contenders for the EPL. They must come out and show. We have the guns without Mane no longer in the team. We have the guns to definitely come and contend for the EPL. Wonderful showing, 9-0, hammering, walloping, thrashing Bournemouth, and yeah, without mercy. City's game 4-2. City had to come from being 2-0 down, a 2-0 down deficit, and show that yes, the champions. And the sad thing is that this seemed to be a trend by City. And listening to Guardiola said they cannot always trust their ability to come from behind, so they have to get that defensive unit correct. Again, in this, as opposed to the week before, when City had to come from, I think, a 2-0 deficit to draw against Newcastle, where the goals were worked by Newcastle. You could see Newcastle targeting Kyle Walker's wing because Walker had the tendency to step inside and leaving John Stones isolated, and Maximum having the opportunity to run against John Stones proved effective. This week the goals were scored pretty much against the runner play, and City had to dig deep to come up with the win. Following the game, the brilliance of one man stood out. Well, not the one man per se, but because he was such a big signing in the summer and he came to the EPL, there were mixed feelings. Many persons thought that he would not hit the ground running. Many persons came up and said that this man, one particular pundit, said that he would have scored, or he will score 40 goals in the EPL. I made a statement at the beginning of our discourse on EPL Hooligans that anybody who is going to beat Erling Haaland must score in excess of 25 goals. And I want to maybe bring it up and say that they will need to score in excess of 35 goals, or 30 goals. That's 30 goals. I think this man, if he remains fit, will do damage in the EPL. And I don't want him to get injured because I want to see what he can produce. He is a football specimen. Like, the man is built for the number 9 position. There are many persons who are now saying he has proven that he's one of the best number 9s to have ever graced the Premier League. Boy, as much as I have a bias to say that, I will not say that just yet. The EPL has seen some awesome, wonderful number 9s. You cannot talk about our persons who play in that striker role. You can't talk about EPL strikers without mentioning the likes of a Thierry Henry, a Harry Kane, and a Drogba, Didier. These men were marvelous. Even Ferran Torres, original Torres, who played for Chelsea and Liverpool. These men came to the EPL. The Suarez, the Kun Aguero. You cannot make mention of EPL top tier strikers and not make mention of these names. Haaland is off to a wonderful start. As a matter of fact, a record-breaking start. The first player to have netted 9 times in, I think, the first 5 EPL games. So he has already broken a record in 5 steps into the EPL. And he is excelling. So it's wonderful to see that. Listen, I don't even want to talk about Villa. Because I don't know. I think Gerrard is going to be sacked. Yeah, Stephen G is one of my favorite midfielders to have played in the EPL. Alongside Lampard and these men. But I don't know, but it's just not at the minute. At the minute, he's just not getting it right at Villa. And Villa suffered a 1-0 loss to to West Ham. And again, Arsenal, they are at it. They are going. They are making strides. Jesus is making a statement, and they scored. They had to come from behind to win from a goal from Odegaard and Gabriel, not Gabriel Jesus, the other Gabriel, to beat Fulham in the 86th minute was Gabriel's goal scored. And Jesus has been proving that he is a very, very good centre forward. He's playing in that position and he's doing well. His hold-up game is very good. He's scoring as well, wonderfully doing that for Arsenal. And Arsenal has yet to place a foot wrong in losing a game. The only team to have a 100% record so far is Arsenal. So they are doing very, 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 very good so far, just watching them playing. And he has been a good, he's providing good talking points in the EPL. Very, very good talking points in the EPL. Now I want to jump forward to this, because for the first time I've had midweek games in the EPL. And listen, if you watch football, if you have any inclination towards football, if you can appreciate the game of football, I think one name must be in your mind. It doesn't matter if you support Liverpool, Manchester United, Arsenal, Chelsea, any other team. You must be talking about Haaland. Back-to-back hat-tricks. 6 goals in 2 games. Bringing his goal tally to 9 in 5. Taking over the lead from Kun Aguero and I think Mark Gwynn, the name is. This man is what's the word? The magnum opus of number 9s in the EPL. As I said before, many persons had a lot to say about Pep not knowing how to use a number 9 because he doesn't play with a conventional big number 9. He had Ibrahimovic at Barcelona. That didn't work out as he wanted it to work, but he prefers diminutive forwards, diminutive teams. If you look at the players that he has normally used at the top of his attack, they have always been the diminutive players. But now the man is showing that he can actually utilize a regular number 9 in a wonderful position and do it quite well. Look at the goals that Haaland is scoring. His first touch in the midweek game where they won 6-0 against Nottingham Forest. His very first touch. The man was on the field, not trying to come. And this is, I said to somebody, that Harry Kane would not have suited City because Kane wants to be involved in the development of the football. And City does not need a number 9 for that. Like a designated number 9 who is going to leave the 18-yard box and try to get involved in the football. Haaland was on the field for 12 minutes and he was not involved in the build-up play at all. He didn't jump to get a touch of the football. His very, very first touch of the ball ended up in the back of the net 12 minutes into the game. And if City is going to have a number 9, like a designated number 9, a man who is as big as Haaland, as powerful, as quick as Haaland, this person needs to be contented with allowing those, the De Bruynes, the Gundogan, the Bernardo Silva, the Foden, the Mahrez, to get as many touches of the football as they can and just bring the ball into him so that he can score goals. That is what he was brought into City team for. And Pep is showing, a friend of mine said last year, Pep said, or during the summer, Pep said, this is the year that people are going to see that he's a genius. And so far, he has proven that he's a genius. Yes, he dropped 2 points against, Newcastle. But at one point, I left my phone. At one point, Pep had the likes of Alvarez, Foden, Haaland, Silva, Gundogan, and I think Mahrez on the pitch at one time. 6 attacking geniuses. Yes, on the pitch at one time. If I'm playing football and I see that lineup coming against me in an attack, I think this was when they must have been 2-1 and then, or 3-1, sorry, and then they came back, 3-1 or 3-2, and then they came back to draw the game at 3-all. But the man had Alvarez, the man had Foden, he had a Silva, De Bruyne, Gundogan, and Mahrez on the pitch at the same time. That is absolutely, Haaland, sorry, on the pitch at the same time. That is absolutely amazing and stunning to see. Because Haaland is on the football pitch for Man City, it is difficult to talk about anybody else in the attacking third. But Julian Alvarez, who was bought from last year January, or this year January, but was loaned out to River Plate, now came into the team, having already been purchased by Man City, but he came into the team in the summer and he netted 2 goals in City's convincing whipping of Nottingham Forest yesterday. Cancelo getting a wonderful goal as well. And City is showing that they are, like I'm seeing Pep doing some things, just watching the football and trying to see what Pep is doing behind the scene. I'm seeing some wonderful things from Pep Guardiola at points, and he did this last season as well with Cancelo tucking in or playing more as a winger. He was playing like a back 3 in the defensive third of the team. He's doing some crazy things. De Bruyne is making more forward runs off the shoulder of the centre forward. Listen, as a football purist, it is great for me to see what Pep Guardiola is doing with Manchester City. Persons are asking if Haaland has broken the EPL. Not yet. Does he have the potential to break the EPL? Definitely. Does Manchester City have the potential to win the EPL this year and make it 3 in 3? Definitely. If these players and Erling, the great thing is that Erling has now come to a team that yes, they have won and they are used to winning, but he has never won the EPL. He has never won a major title. So his hunger should drive him forward and bring the other teammates who are used to winning with him. And I think that's definitely a great thing. His appetite, his hunger, his desire to win the EPL and win the UCL, because I hear people saying that the UCL is sure if Haaland remains fit. I think his hunger is going to pull the other players that may be a bit, complacent. Because listen, we have won it 2 years running, 5 years so far. They may just want to drop off. But I think Haaland's hunger is definitely going to pull them forward. Yeah. Enough said about City. Another game of note, which is a controversial game for me, was the Liverpool-Newcastle game. Liverpool-Newcastle game is controversial on a few grounds. Newcastle was up 1-0. It went 1-1. Yeah, 1-1. Then 6 minutes of extra time was signaled by the fourth official. Fabio Carvalho, very, very good player. So I have nothing against Carvalho scoring because it's a player, if you remember a few episodes back, I made mention of him and said that he's one of the bright sparks for Liverpool. But in the 98th minute, when the referee could have blown the ball, went out of play more than once, and the referee kept the game going. The ball was in the Liverpool half for a while, and like, listen, I am not one of them persons to come down on officials, but I don't like when goals are scored in a questionable manner. Yes, there was no need for the game to go 2 minutes over this allotted 6 minutes. But Liverpool won. Liverpool are again trying to state a claim. This is what, 2 wins from the last 2 after a 9-0 walloping. Didn't perform too well against Newcastle per se, but they, in the last part, they kept attacking. Deserved goal. I just don't like the manner in which it was scored and the definite overtime that was played. For me, it was not, it don't sit well with me, but yeah, let me give that to Liverpool. We have 2 days left before the EPL comes back at us again. I like it like this. I like mid-season games. So weekend, mid-season, weekend. I just love watching football. And if I can get football to watch almost every day of the week, I am in football heaven. So quick look at a couple games over the weekend coming. Liverpool versus Everton. Again, Liverpool gaining momentum. Klopp starting, Fabinho in the team, Virgil doing what he's doing, and Firmino seem to be finding some form. I am going to pick Liverpool for that game. Chelsea West Ham, listen, that's a hard game to pick because Chelsea is just not performing. Chelsea lost their game on Wednesday. So it's hard to call, but I want to call that game. Was it Wednesday? Yeah, I think Wednesday. Was it Wednesday? Let me just double check. Tuesday, sorry. Yeah, on Tuesday they lost their game. But difficult, you know. Difficult. Do I want Chelsea to win? No. I would love if Chelsea lose that game. I want Chelsea to lose. So let me say, West Ham, let me give Chelsea the edge. Let me just give Chelsea the edge on that game. I think Haaland, if you play fantasy Premier League, triple captain Haaland. My only thing with Haaland and City is that Pep, it would be stupid for Pep to bench Haaland in any game right now once he's fit. Because I think that you want to keep him going. You don't want to give him a game off or whatever. He doesn't seem like he needs a game off, but that's just the nature of how Pep Guardiola plays the game. And it ticks me off sometimes. But I think City over Villa in that game on Saturday. And I think for the first time, Arsenal is going to get a decent test. It's not the best Man United team to say, yes, Arsenal is going to be stretched. But I think definitely for the first game, because Arsenal, I think, has played every team that is below them. All the teams that they have played so far in their last 5 games finished below them in the last season. So I think for the first time, they're going to play a team where at least last year was evenly matched, so to speak, with Arsenal. So I'm looking forward to see Arsenal versus United on Sunday. I think that is going to be a wonderful game to watch. And I think for me, that is the game that is going to say to me, will Arsenal go on to continue? I mean, Arsenal is going to have a bad spell, you know. When Arsenal is going to meet the Liverpools, the Tottenham Forest, the Chelsea. They're going to meet the likes of the City. And I think now them playing Manchester United will be a definite trial for Arsenal. And then they're going to go up against Everton in their next game. And then after that, Arsenal has the likes of a Tottenham to face on the 1st of October. So I think over the next 4 weeks of football, we're going to see where Arsenal is going to continue on their run. They're going to hit a bad patch. I think City is definitely the team to beat. City is definitely the team to beat just because we don't see them, and there are some players who are out which should come back and strengthen the team. But definitely City is the team to beat for over the long stretch of the EPL as it continues. So, and yes, how can I say, the 18th of September, Chelsea Liverpool. I want Liverpool to just find them form. I want the likes of Thiago to come back into Liverpool, but come back fit, come back raging to go, come back with some zest, come back with some power to push them forward. I like what United is doing. United, I see you bringing in Anthony and Casemiro. I like what you are doing. Keep it up, because I want at least the top 6 teams to not be separated by any large margin when it comes down to the final haul. So as it stands right now, Arsenal 100% record, 15 points from 5. City 1 draw, little blemish, 13 from 5. Tottenham 11 from 5, 2 draws, still have not lost a match. And Brighton is up there, having only lost 1 match and drawn 1, winning 3. United who started out losing their first 2 games, they are now in 5th place, from 20th to 5th place on 3 consecutive wins. Liverpool 2 wins, 1 loss, and 2 draws. So that's the top 6 as it stands for now. I'm looking forward to a wonderful weekend of football, and I may just come on Saturday or somewhere there with a live or something while I watch the City game. But until then, hooligans, keep it locked, and share the thing, brethren. Like, subscribe, and share. Like, subscribe, and share if you are watching. If you are one of my 24 viewers, keep it going. Suggest to your friends to just tune in and watch it. Let us talk football. I'm going to go live at different points. I'm going to bring in friends of mine, and we're going to talk the football in a podcast setting. But until then such time, this is your boy, T-Bor, Hooligan Chief, signing out. Boom! Keep it locked.